Can you tell what it is yet? What's going on, guys? My name is Ben and welcome back to another video. Today I am out in my new car. This car has replaced my previous Z4 35 IS, and I picked this up late last night from Hartlepool, which took on the way there 3 hours 40 because of traffic, and then on the way back 3 hours. So it was a 200-mile trip each way, so it was a very late night. However, it is my great pleasure to introduce to you my new car, which is a 2005 Porsche Boxster S. This car, being a 2005, is the facelift, so it comes with the new look front end and this whole redesigned interior compared to the first one. So I am a big fan of that. Running through the spec of the car, it's black on black, which is exactly what I wanted. We've got the metallic black paintwork, which is in need of a detail, so I will be doing that soon. And then the gloss black wheels. These wheels have been fully refurbed. There is not a single mark on them, so I'm going to work very hard not to curb these. And then being the S, it has the red calipers, and also the previous owner added the S badge onto the rear, which all matches in very nicely. This is as well the exact spec I wanted. It's got a grey interior, which is a little bit different. I'm not a fan of all black interiors personally, so the fact it's got a contrasting interior I think works very well. It's got the Bose sound system, which is upgraded. You can tell that as well, not only by the Bose on the door, but also this kind of inlet here, which on a non-Bose Boxster is like a little storage thing, but it's quite awkward to get to, so I'm glad it's got Bose. It's exactly what I wanted. And it also has the heated seats, which again, with a convertible, especially coming up to kind of autumn and winter, is a must-have on a Roadster, so very, very glad it has that. Another thing I am a big fan of are the white dials right in front of me. We've got a digital speedo and then the massive analog rev counter right in front of you. Is just so good. It just adds to the whole feel of the car, and I've got to say, like, I haven't really driven it around twisty roads like this before, so this is literally the first time with you guys. It was all motorway miles yesterday, but I can just tell, like, just driving round these corners, even though I'm not going very fast, you can just tell, being mid-engined, it's very planted, it's very low, and there's literally no body roll. So comparing this to the Z4, it feels a lot lighter, it feels a lot crisper, and it just handles like it's on rails. I am absolutely loving it. Power-wise, it is down compared to the Z4. The Z4 was twin-turboed with 340 brake. This is a 6-cylinder flat 6 engine capable of 280 brake. I was contemplating the 2.7, and I did go and look at one last weekend in Birmingham. However, I then came to realise that the 2.7 is only available in a 5-speed transmission, which I'm not a big fan of. I think it has to be a 6-speed, just to keep the RPMs down, and it's just so much better for cruising. So again, comparing this to my Z4, which are both 6-cylinder engines, this sounds a lot raspier, it's like it fizzes, which is definitely a sense of occasion, whereas the other one kind of barked. The previous owner did tell me this has a sports exhaust as well, but when you're really on it, it does sound very, very good indeed. But I think there might be some room for improvement as far as volume goes anyway. So if you have any suggestions, do let me know. Of course, I need to see what's out there. I don't want this to be chavvy. I want it to sound nice, so bear that in mind. But yes, since I sold the Z4, I was craving another Roadster. I did miss it, and definitely driving around in the Citroen C3 wasn't cutting it, unfortunately. So it feels very, very good. I'm kind of a bit late now. Summer's over, we had a brilliant summer, and now it just looks like it's gonna chuck it down. But what can you do? This car is very well looked after. It seems to be in very, very good condition. It's got full Porsche or Porsche specialist history, so I'm very glad about that. I do think I have bought a gem of a car here. I think this is a fine example of a Boxster S. So like I mentioned, this car is a 6-speed manual, which I think in a mid-engine sports car is just what you need. I did contemplate the Triptronic, also found in this model, especially after having my 35IS. I thought, yeah, I could go for another auto. However, what put me off with that is, first of all, how hideous the kind of the gear selector is on the Triptronic, but also, unlike most cars where you have flappy paddles behind the wheels, the S-Tronic kind of has buttons like here, like where you'd imagine the stereo controls to be. So I just can't imagine pushing this part of your steering wheel being particularly engaging. So that is why I went for the manual option. Now I've got the car, I do have a couple of plans in mind, but again, we'll see how it goes. First of all, I think the car does need to be lowered and then some spacers, because the rear arch gap is just insane. I think I could fit my head in there. That's how big it is. So that's definitely in the works. I think at some point I would like to lower it. I am also toying with the idea of a wrap. So I don't think I would go with my kind of Riviera Blue, although Riviera Blue on this car does look incredible, to be frank. I've done that twice now. I think I need something else. So I was kind of looking at maybe a purple, or perhaps a Tiffany blue, or like an acid green, like a lime green. I've seen that on one Boxster and that looks incredible. But is that too bright and too loud? I don't know. So if you've got any ideas, let me know. But that's an option at the minute. Wrap it, protect the paint, go for something bright and bold. And I've already got the black wheels, so I think that will look very good as well. So this is genuinely the first time I have drove this car on a twisty B road like this. Oh my God, that was a bit tight. And I've got to say, the handling is unbelievable. This car feels so light and nimble. It's fantastic. I could just feel it gripping and gripping around these twisty roads, and it gives me the confidence to push on. There's very, very little body roll, and these sport seats are hugging me so tightly I'm not even moving. This car is fantastic. I absolutely love it. I can't believe how good it is to drive. I've never driven a Boxster before this. I took it on a little test drive, but that was about it. And yeah, this is a great car. But as far as the car goes, I've not even had it 24 hours yet. But I just love it. I love the way it looks. Being the facelift as well, just looks like a little bit more modern. It's very comfortable inside. I do like the grey interior. It's very different, and just everything about it, just especially the mirrors, you can see through the gap, and I think that's very, very cool. So yeah, providing this car doesn't break on me and cost me insane amounts of maintenance, I do see this car staying for a good couple of years, and I would like to do the pieces to it to make it truly mine and make it a unique roadster. If I did wrap it, I'd probably wrap all these little bits of trim inside, just to contrast very nicely. So there we have it then, guys. I hope you are as excited as I am about the new edition. I can't believe I own a Porsche, and I'm so glad I went for the Boxster S rather than a 2.7. It's just such a good car. It handles so well. I think it looks amazing as well. It gets way more attention than my Z4 did, and I'm over the moon with it. So I can't wait to start putting some miles on this, maybe potentially another road trip. We are in talks of a potential little mini road trip, so maybe I'll go in this car, maybe someone else's, but that's all I'm going to give away for now. But oh my God, bumpy as hell. But But anyway, if you enjoyed the video, be sure to give it a thumbs up and make sure you hit the subscribe button and the little notification bell so you do not miss out on any of my future upcoming content with this car, and check out what I get up to and just the kind of general living with and running costs I will also cover. So make sure you stay tuned for that, guys, and thank you very much for watching. See you soon.